Today just a quick video on Studio One 7.2. I want to check out all the features that are related to mixing and mastering. We're going to talk about the plugin management improvements. We're going to talk about the performance improvements, especially on Apple Silicon chips. We're going to talk about the improved real-time versus offline export. And this one is a big one for me, continuous cursor option and search field for automation. Let's jump into it. Let's start with the plugin management improvements. If you want to open up the plugin manager, you go to Browse, Home, Plugin Manager, and you will see this window right here. For someone like me that has a ton of plugins, plugin management is quite important. I want the ability to manage my plugins in a really nice way. Hide plugins, I want to hide formats, and with the new update we have plugin format priority, and you can change it from here. I prefer using VST3, and now even though I have multiple versions of the FabFilter plugins, for example, I see the VST3 as the priority. That's a big one because previously you had VST3, VST2, you had clap, a lot of formats that were duplicated. So now you can just hide duplicates on startup and you will see your preferred format. Previously you could turn off VST2 off, you can turn off AU, but I like this plugin format priority a lot better because sometimes I don't have the VST3. Some plugins don't have that format yet. So if you didn't know about the plugin manager, now it's the time to check it out and make adjustments to fit your workflow. Let's talk about the improved performance on Apple Silicon chips. I'm running a MacBook M1 Pro. I didn't notice any major difference between 7.1 and 7.2. I even have additional issues with 7.2, and I have disabled the new option in Studio One 7.2 because I have some glitches. In Studio One 7.2, if you go to audio device and processing, you have the use efficiency course. If you enable this, it should be a performance boost for your project. Like I've said, I don't see any major improvements, but I'm glad that this is here. That means that Studio One is heading in the right direction when it comes to optimizing how it performs. I have this off because I have some dropouts, some glitches that I didn't have in 7.1. I hope that will get fixed in an update really soon, but I love the fact that they are addressing the performance of Studio One. Let's hope that in future updates this will get even better. Another feature that's quite cool is the continuous cursor option. This helps with the workflow when it comes to mixing. If we engage the auto scroll, I have the bind key on F, but now we have turn over, continuous center and continuous left. If we engage continuous center and play the project, now the cursor stays centered and the project view is just scrolling. I think this helps a bit with the workflow. When it comes to mixing, I love doing a lot of automations, and any improvement done to the automation sides of things when it comes to Studio One is welcomed. Now we have a search field for automation targets. I think this is pretty cool. So if we open up the automation, now we have the search field and we can search for bypass, for example, and we can see all the bypass functions that we can automate. I think this is a small improvement for automation, but I like it a lot. Lastly, I want to talk about the improved real-time versus offline export. This one is the biggest update for me when it comes to Studio One 7.2 because I use a lot of hardware. This is the export mixdown window. Now we have this processing here and we can choose from automatic, offline and real-time. Now if I have inserted hardware via the pipeline plugin, Studio One will know to export in real-time or offline. If I hit export now, it will do a real-time export because I'm using hardware. And you can see that's the case right here. But if I bypass all the processing from the project, it will pick offline because now we don't have any hardware inserts. The thing that bothered me the most was that in my template I like having the hardware already there. The way Studio One handled things, I was forced to do a real-time export when I wasn't using hardware. For example, if I had a send to an 1176, that's something that I like to do with the NG76, the hardware. No matter if I was using the send or not, I was forced to do a real-time export, and that really sucked. Now that's fixed, and I'm really glad that we have this new intelligent export options in Studio One 7.2. Studio One 7.2 didn't bring a lot to the table, but I like the direction. I like the fact that they are adding small improvements to the already beautiful Studio One. Even though we don't have a lot of things to talk about, I applaud Presonus for giving us more updates. I still think that something is a bit off when it comes to their updates, because I have glitches all the time when a new feature is released. I don't think they really test out in depth the features, and I still have bugs in Studio One 7.2 that I had reported over and over again in the past. Let's hope that 7.3 will be better. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, drop a like. Thanks for the support, and see you guys really soon. Cheers.